discuss the history of Asian Development Bank. The founders of Asian Development Bank aimed to establish a bank to mobilize resources to finance the large development needs of Asia. Asian Development Bank was to be an institution to leverage the money of shareholders by issuing bonds in global capital markets. They said that it is important to have the strong creditworthiness required to borrow in international markets. In 1995, the policy requires that resettlement be an integral part of project design, dealt with from the earliest stage of the project cycle. In mid-1997, Asian Development Bank shifted more of its assistance to support energy projects, especially promoting the development of domestic energy sources in member countries. In 1997, Asian Development Bank remains committed to ending poverty in the region. This will require continued work to sustain the current high rates of GDP. Kaoru Ohashi is an economist from a research institute in Tokyo and a private financial consultant, and he proposed a study group to form a developing bank for the Asian region. That's all. Thanks.
So guys, a pleasant afternoon to everyone. I'm Rizume Umayam. So today I will tackle about the history of Asian Development Bank. 1960, the Asian Development Bank was conceived in the early 1960s as a financial institution that would be Asian in character and foster economic growth and cooperation in one of the poorest regions in the world, so that Adb focused much of its assistance on food production and rural development. In 1963, examining various scenarios for setting up a new institution and drew on Watanabe's experiences with the World Bank. However, the idea received a cool reception from the World Bank itself, and the study group became discouraged. A resolution was passed that set their vision into reality. 1966, Manila was chosen to host the new institution, which opened on December 19, 1966, with 31 members that came together to serve a predominantly agricultural region. As intensive work took place during 1966 to prepare for the opening of the new bank in Manila, high on the agenda was choice of president. Japanese Prime Minister Isaiku Sato asked Watanabe to be a candidate, although he initially declined. Pressure came from other countries, and Watanabe agreed. Takeshi Watanabe was Asian Development Bank first president. 1970, Adb increased its support for energy projects, especially those promoting the development of domestic energy sources in member countries, while the world suffered its first oil price shock. Co-financing operation, in which Adb manages the funds of other organizations, began to provide additional resources for Adb projects and programs. Adb's first bond issue in Asia, worth $16.7 million and issued in Japan, took place in 1970. 1974, a major landmark was the establishment in 1974 of the Asian Development Fund, provided low-interest loans to Adb's poorest members. By the end of the decade, some Asian economies had improved considerably and no longer needed Adb's assistance. 1980, in the wake of the second oil crisis, Adb expanded its assistance to energy projects. Adb continued its support to infrastructure development, particularly energy projects, and increased its support to social infrastructure like education, projects involving microfinance, environment, health issues, and etc. 1982, Adb opened its first field office in Bangladesh to bring operation closer to the people in need, and later in the decade, Adb began working with non-government organizations to help disadvantaged people. In 2009, Asian Development Bank's Board of Governors agreed to the triple Asian Development Bank's capital base from $55 billion to $165 billion, giving it more resources to respond to the global economic crisis. The 200% increase is the largest in Asian Development Bank's history and was the first since 1994. In May 2014, plans were declared to consolidate the loaning activities to combine the lending operations of Asian Development Banks, two main funds and two principal reserves, the Asian Development Fund and its customary capital or ordinary capital resources. The merger will help to boost Asian Development Bank's total annual lending, complete yearly loaning and award endorsements to as high as $20 billion to 50%, half more than the current level when it produces results in January 2017. That's all, thank you. And our next vlogger is Maylene Mayor. She will tackle about vision of Asian Development Bank. Here it is. Bye. Bye guys. Bye.
So hi guys, ako nga pala si Maylene, no? Yung nasa topic sa akin is about mission. Ano nga ba yung mission? Mission ng ADB or Asian Development Bank. So bago tayo magkwentuhan about it, so nakikita sa ito. Ayan. Papakita ko sa inyo kung ano ba yung daily look ko, lalo na kapag umalis ako ng bahay, kapag may lahat ako, ganon. So, what is Asian Development Bank all about? ADB is an international development finance institution whose mission is to help its developing member countries reduce poverty and improve the quality of life of their people. For example, is Strategy 2030. Strategy 2030 sets the course for ADB's effort to respond effectively to the Asia and Pacific region's changing needs. So yung Asian Development Bank pala, yung pinaka-needs nila is matulungan yung mahihirap na country. Hindi naman sa mahihirap, para mag-improve lalo, para umangat yung country na yun. Yun, ginawa nila yung Asian Development Bank for them. And, for example, ito is yung Strategy 2030. So, Strategy 2030 sets the course for ADB's effort to respond effectively to the Asia and Pacific region's changing needs. So, yun nga. So, ang dagdag pa dito is, isa sa mga nabasa ko nga sa article na ADB's President, Mr. Takayako Nakawo, said na Strategy 2030 provides us with a clear roadmap to meet the needs of our developing member countries or DMC and guide our operation for the next decade. So, yung mga example dito na nagawa nila na mission nila is yung provide sila ng loans, no, yung mga advice about sa business, ganyan. So, yung meron din pa dito is yung ADB provides a lot of services to the member countries in the form of investments. No? Example dito is yung ADB supported public-private partnerships o PPPs. Yan. So, yun nga, yung isa dito yung ADB supported public-private partnerships. So, yung example dito na bansa is yung sa India. Kasi yung sa India, sa part ng India, yung Karnataka, yung water supply kasi sa kanila is sobrang poor, sobrang mahirap maghanap ng supply. So, ang ginawa nila is nag-provide sila ng public-private partnerships para matulungan yung India na improve yung water supply sila. Example is yung pag-response nila sa COVID-19 pandemic, no, sa COVID-19 outbreak, is yung nag-deploy sila ng more than $20 billion sa lahat ng apektado ng COVID-19. This COVID-19 pandemic. Since isa nga tayo sa bansa na yun, isa tayo sa bansa sa pinakamaraming case ng COVID-19. So, malaking tulong talaga siya sa atin, sa bansa natin.
So, ito na yung final look. Ang next mag-report naman ay si Harrison James. Girl.
What is this? Oh! Hi, it's me, Harrison, your favorite Filipino supermodel wannabe pet lover now turned vlogger freshman student from UMAC. Oh. At today, pag-uusapan nga natin ano nga ba ang mundo ng ADB, and that is economic development. As we all know, ang ADB ay may layuning mabawasan ang kahirapan sa rehiyon ng Asya at Pasipiko. Sa papaanong paraan nga ba nila mababawasan ang bilang ng kahirapan sa Asya at Pasipiko? Well, meron silang tatlong ways. Ang una ay ang inclusive economic growth. Ang inclusive economic growth ay ang paglago ng ekonomiya na ipinapamahagi ng patas sa lipunan at lumilikha ng pagkakataon para sa lahat. This will create equal opportunities for all and will give every individual a chance to grow. Syempre, nandyan yung pag-access sa formal education, pag-access sa formal healthcare, and syempre yung job opportunities na makakatulong sa gustong pag-unlad ng isang bansa. Now, having a healthy, efficient, and intelligent people is a first step in creating a healthy society. And if we utilize every person's talents and capabilities, we can achieve a better, healthy, and wealthy Asia and the Pacific. Oh, gusto mo yun. Ano naman, meron sa government's utang.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Ikalawa, ang environmentally sustainable growth. Ito naman ay ang pag-unlad na hindi makukompromiso ang ating kapaligiran at hindi napapahamak ang kakayahan ng mga darating pang henerasyon upang matugunan ang kanilang mga pangangailangan. Ano nga ba ang mga halimbawa nito? Example is electricity that is generated by windmills and solar panels, which absorbs the sun rays and can be converted into electricity.
Hit me like a ray of sun, burning through the darkest nights.
At ang huli ay ang regional integration na kung saan ang magkakalapit na bansa ay pumapasok sa iisang kasunduan upang pagtulungang makamit ang kapayapaan, katatagan at ang pagyabong ng kani-kanilang ekonomiya sa pamamagitan ng common institutions and rules. At sa pamamagitan nito, hinahangad ng Asian Development Bank na magkaroon tayo ng mas better, mas healthier and mas wealthier na Asia and the Pacific. Thank you for listening, and this is me again, Herson, your favorite Filipino supermodel wannabe pet lover now third vlogger freshman student from UMAC. And the next reporter is the pretty and witty Jason. Can you stay up all night? Charms later.
Naka-on pa pala. Bye.
So, good day, sir. Ang topic na napunta sa akin is advantage of Asian Development Bank or ADB. So, in addition to competitive enumeration, ADB or Asian Development Bank offers a comprehensive benefit package including medical insurance for staff and their dependent life, and disability insurance, leave benefit for contingent events, and retirement benefit. So sinasabi dito, ang advantage daw ng Asian Development Bank para sa mga staff is magkakaroon sila ng package. So example is parang SSS, ganyan. So kapag kabilang ka sa Asian Development Bank, magkakaroon ka ng medical insurance. So ang medical insurance is napakaganda sa isang tao or sa staff dahil once na magkaroon siya ng karamdaman, ang Asian Development Bank is yun ang sasagot sa kanila. Ang Asian Development Bank ang sasagot dun sa staff na yun na nagkaroon ng sakit. So second is disability. So example is habang nagtatrabaho ka, ganyan, na hindi inasahan na nangyayari na nautog ka, napilayang ka. So ang Asian Development Bank din ang sasagot para sa iyo at para mabayaran mga hospital bills. And then para sa mga event. So katulad ng event ng example natin ngayon, ang pandemya. So ang Asian Development Bank is umaalalay sa bawat country. So ang Pilipinas is nangangailangan ng tulong. So ang Asian Development Bank is nagbigay ng tulong sa Pilipinas and then mga mask, alcohol, nang kailangan ng mga frontliner natin ngayon. So ang retirement benefits naman, yun nga sinabi ko, once na naging part ka ng Asian Development Bank at nag-retire ka na, so sabi natin nasa 70 or 80 years old ka na, makakatanggap ka ng pera galing sa Asia Development Bank ka ng Asian Development Bank. So yun lang po ang aking advantage ng Asian Development Bank. Thank you. My name is Jason Di Salvador. Ang topic ko is advantage of Asian Development Bank. So, Ina Mendoza, ikaw na ang susunod para sa disadvantage of Asian Development.
So, what is up, guys? A pleasant morning to everyone. So, today, I just want to share some of my ideas about downfalls of ADB. One of this is high attrition rate of workforce, which means that the employees are leaving frequently in their jobs, like for example, through resignation letters and personal reasons of retirement, and not immediately replaced. When a business experiences a reduction of workforce because personnel leave and the department heads don't hire substitutes, high attrition of workforce may cause bad reputation and lower employee morale that can lead to other consequences that could adversely affect of company's financial performance. This organization could lose sales, investors, and vendors that can lead to gradual reduction in the year-end results.
Disadvantages: high attrition rate in workforce. Kumpara sa ibang organizations ng industry, ang Asian Development Bank or ang ADB ang may pinakamataas na attrition rate. Meaning, sila yung may maraming employee na umaalis at hindi napapalitan agad, or yung mga vacant positions. Kaya, nagsuspend sila ng mas maraming time for training and development ng skills ng mga bago nilang employee kumpara sa kanilang competitors. For example, si Bank A at Bank B ay may parehong magaling na employee, and then yung employee ng Bank B is umalis at hindi napalitan agad. Habang pagaling yung employee ng Bank A, si Bank B, maghahanap pa lang siya ng bagong employee at mag-spend pa siya ng time para i-training or i-develop yung skills ng bagong employee na yun. Kaya nagiging disadvantage nila yun kumpara sa ibang organizations ng industry. Next, investment in research and development is below the fastest growing players in the industry. Even though mataas na yung investment or fund na ini-spend ng Asian Development Bank, di pa rin nila napapantayan yung mga leading players in terms of innovations. Yun ang isa sa naging disadvantage or weakness ng Asian Development Bank. Again, this is Ali Tavias.
So hi, I'm Miss Flaviano from Group 3. Today we will tackle the status quo of ADB. ADB has 68 members as of March 23, 2019. 49 members from Asian Pacific region and 19 members from other regions. ADB is still active at present and very much helpful in our current situation. Marami silang project like energy supply improvement at Afghanistan, COVID-19 emergency response in regional, but magpo-focus tayo sa kung ano na-contribute nila through financing in our country, Philippines. ADB is aimed to help the people of the Philippines, especially yung mga frontlining na nagsiserve na sa atin ng almost 9 months now. But I will focus on the specific one. According to the official website of ADB, or Asian Development Bank, the Asian Development Bank has approved a $125 million loan to help Philippines para ma-improve yung capacity na and prevent the control the spread of coronavirus. And the health system enhancement to address VDOH. So presently, they are pretty much transparent where this budget will go. Siyempre, to improve the health services across the country to the upgrading of medical equipment and related training. So kain tayo. Kasi sabi nila kakain daw. As for the Vice President of ADB, Ahmed M. Saed, this project will help improve the preparedness and resilience of the country's health systems of the national and local levels. In handling current and future public health threats, it will also contribute to the Philippines' effort toward implementing universal health coverage. Also, as per ADB, principal social sector, especially for Southeast Asia sa Kikot and Naka, the project will help government scale up the ability daw, conduct COVID-19 tests, surveillance and infection prevention and control, provide critical care equipment to provide treatment outcomes. Siyempre, for someone is loaning, they are really nice. So, yung money is mapupunta, yung money na naniloan ng Pilipinas ay mapupunta sa medical equipment, including the electrocardiographic machine and defibrillators, and 17 major hospitals across the country, and upgrade yung laboratories and isolation facilities. Provide ventilators to 70 DOH hospital and 20 island local government hospital. And mag-i-install sila ng CT scan machine in 33 hospital nationwide to improve yung clinical management of COVID-19. Mag-deliver ng test kits, chemicals, and reagents to at least 10 governments molecular laboratories to increase din yung COVID-19 testing capacity. Provide personal protective equipment to mga frontline health workers and laboratory technicians. In addition, the project will fund the training of staff and laboratory technicians on how to operate and maintain yung mga equipment. Doctor and nurses is obstetrics, pediatric, and emergency departments. Matututunan nilang how to reduce infection and control virus transmission. Health workers will also learn how to provide psychosocial support. Patient, families, including yung mga pregnant women, and other vulnerable groups affected, yung mga affect na mga yung mga mahihina yung resistensya. The project complements an ADB grant to the DOH. This has approved on March 14 to build a pandemic subnational reference laboratory in Jose Binigag Memorial General Hospital in San Fernando, Pampanga, with daily output of 3,000 COVID-19 tests. The laboratory has been running since May 2020. I wonder how much is interest for this loan, no? Do you think it is helpful or not? So, next is Chasa Benito.
Hi vlog! Welcome to my guys! So yes, today's video I am going to present you what are the benefits of the Philippines in ADB and what are the criticism about ADB. So yes, without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about first what are the benefits of ADB in the Philippines. So first is Asian Development Bank reduce the less fortunate through inclusive economic growth, environmentally sustainable growth, and regional integration. Second is they provide quality services to local communities and promote establishment of new businesses in different areas in the country. And third is medical insurance over the staff and dependents life disability insurance. So yes, ayun lang po yung mga ilan na benefits ng ADB sa Philippines. ADB is a financial institution where they can help the poorest country in terms of health, education, government, and transportation and etc. So yung ADB, tinutulungan niya or nagbibigay siya ng assistance sa mga poorest country. Kagaya na lang ng Pilipinas, trivia lang guys, isa sa mga bansa na unang sumali sa ADB is yung Pilipinas. Kasi alam naman natin na hindi kagandahan yung sistema natin noong unang panahon. Magpasa hanggang ngayon naman, pero yun nga, Pilipinas yung isa sa mga pinakunang sumali dun sa ADB. So, ang mga benefits na nakukuha ng Pilipinas sa ADB is yung financial assistance, ganon, sa local government din, national government, tsaka sa economic growth. Tinutulungan ng ADB yung Pilipinas in terms of ganon. So, pwedeng humiram nung pera sa ADB, yung Pilipinas, para makapagpagawa siya ng mga magagandang infrastructure, ganon. Nagbibigay naman din ng assistance yung ADB sa Pilipinas. So, yung may mga ilan na partnership yung Pilipinas sa ADB na ginawa ng project kahit ngayon 2020s. At saka yung latest nila is yung about nga dun sa COVID-19, yung health system enhancement to address limit COVID-19. Ang ADB ay nagbigay ng assistance sa Pilipinas. At saka yung tulong na nabigay nila is nag-abot sila ng mga PPEs, health, mga panggamit, pang medical. So meron din dito na partnership ng Pilipinas sa ADB is yung Disaster Resilience Improvement Program. Ang purpose naman nun ay magpo-provide ng government ng rapid access sa mga resources to initiate disaster response and early recovery efforts or to address the One Health economic impact of health-related emergency of minimal delay. So ayun yung purpose nun. Meron din ditong na sinabi na contract worth of 1.7 billion awarding for ADB-funded Malolos Clark Railway Project. So ayun nga guys, yung sa in terms naman of transportation, may project sila na Clark Railway Project. Iko-construct nila yung way or yung kalsada doon. At saka yung nagbigay ng fund yung ADB para masimulan at matapos din agad. So yes, ayun. Yun lang yung mga ilang example ng tinulong ng ADB sa Philippines. So yun nga, lastly guys, in short, ang pinaka-benefits talaga ng ADB sa Pilipinas ay yung ma-sustain yung economic growth ng Pilipinas at saka mabawasan ang mga may hirap sa Pilipinas. Kaya nagbibigay sila ng assistance dito. So now, let's talk about what are the criticism about the ADB. So first is Japan and the United States have a bad extensive influence over lending policy and staffing decisions. Second is Australia has criticized the Asian Development Bank or ADB for insensitivity to local communities. And third is, for its position, the importance in food crisis, the bank has been criticized. Civil society has accused the ADB of ignoring warnings leading up to the crisis and even contributing to it by promoting credit terms that many argue unfairly pressure government to deregulate the privatized agriculture, leading to problems such as scarcity of the rice supplies in Southeast Asia. So yes, overall, yun yung mga nabanggit na criticism about the ADB. Yung una nga po, yung Japan at US ay may extensive influence lending policies and staffing decisions. So, na-criticize sila dahil doon. Because of Japan and US, malaking bansa sila. Kaya, yung mga maliliit na bansa, parang nawalan sila ng kakayahan na magbigay ng mga decision or regulation about dun sa ADB. So, yung pangalawa naman is yung yung Australia na-criticize ng Australia yung ADB kasi nga dun sa insensitivity to local communities. So, may mga project kasi yung ADB na hindi na nila nakikita na parang nasisira na environmentally yung isang lugar. Kaya parang ganun, nakita ng Australia. So, lastly, in addition, civil society also accusing the ADB as contributors because of the global crisis by not them taking the consideration such as suggestion. Example nga is yung adjustment of payment terms, ganon, credit lines, and etc. So, they force the government to make decision to deregulate, privatize agriculture in entities that may result for a deeper problem like a shortage of rice and other commodities, most especially in Southeast Asia countries. So yun nga guys, hindi nagbigay ng consideration yung ADB sa ibang country in terms of payment, ganon, yung pag-a-adjust ng bayad. Kaya yung ADB is yung parang napipilitan yung ibang country na gamitin yung loan so that mangungutang yung bansa dun sa ADB. Kaya no choice guys, kaya nagkaroon siya ng crisis because of that. May mga project yung ADB na parang hindi nila binibigyan kakayahan yung government na magbigay ng policy about it. So, walang choice yung local government kundi gawing private yung mga agriculture agriculture products like rice. So, yun, nabanggit dun sa criticization na nagkaroon ng scarcity sa mismong Southeast Asia dahil sa nangyari. So yes, that's all. I hope na may maintindihan kayo guys. At saka yung pag may hindi kayo naintindihan about dun sa mismong diniscuss namin, feel free na magtanong sa amin. And yeah, again, I am Chelsea Yvonne M. Benito and thank you.
you